What?
So I just remembered something. My quick story is, so ahead of Arcade Couch, which we're going to record off this, of course. I was like, I messaged Buddy last night. I was like, we're recording at 8 or 8:30. We can come on and come talk about Dredge, right? He's like, oh yeah, maybe. I was like, oh, I assume he'll let me know like tomorrow, as in today when we're recording, right? Fucking 7:45 this morning. I get a message. Having a shower, I'll jump on soon. I'm throwing him under the bus so hard. But I was like, oh no.
I hope he hasn't gotten up specifically for that, because that's a bit of a yikes.
I was like, oh no. Yeah, I meant nighttime. and he's like, oh, I assumed you must have meant this morning, because, you know, I wouldn't record on a Friday night. I'm like, I don't know what sports are. Like,
you know, Ashley Hobley isn't going to record on Friday night either, as he just disappeared from my Discord call. So it's, you know,
yeah, he literally just like, this is the kind of show we can call that shitty behavior out, but he completely just was like, all right, peace out. But I was like, I mean, it's not to say that we wouldn't, like, if someone ever was like, Dylan, I'm happy, I'll come on, but we have to do it at 7 o'clock. Hey, welcome back, Ash, by the way. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I know. What happened there? What was the
internet?
Just your internet.
Yeah, of course it was. Yeah. Did you hear anything, or just you just drop out the entire conversation?
No, I just heard you guys bitching for a second. And then...
We weren't bitching.
So I'm telling my story that Buddy this morning, where I said, like, do you want to come on the show? And then he like today, and then he took me saying 8 o'clock as 8 a.m. So he messaged me at 7:45 this morning and said, I'm jumping in a shower. He said, I'm jumping in a shower. I'll be on soon. And I was like, nah, dude. Like, I'm literally about to head to work. But yeah, so look, I don't know. He said something about, he's like, well, of course I can't do it Friday. I assumed you must have meant the morning because I've got the Broncos. I'm like, what the fuck's a Broncos?
Fuck you, Dylan.
What is a Bronco? What is this? I don't know what it is.
It's an NRL team. It's an NRL team, mate.
Right, okay.
Listen, we're recording during the biggest football game in the history of rugby league in Brisbane.
I don't understand. Explain to me why this is a big deal.
So you got the Brisbane Broncos. They came into the league in 1988. It's like a one club town for 30 plus years. And now this season has been the introduction of the Dolphins. Who came from the Queensland Rugby League club, the Redcliffe Dolphins, who are now kind of the second Brisbane team.
Only kind of. What's this? Are they the Brisbane Dolphins, or are they like something
They're
else?
just the Dolphins.
Just the Dolphins?
They don't want to
confuse people? Like, at least
because they cover their catchment area is like really large. So they don't want to like distance anyone in their area by specifying exactly where they are.
Oh my god, righto. Okay,
I'm confused. Sure. Is it like a grand final or something?
No,
it's just like the
start
first
of the season, but
it's like the first ever match between Port Adelaide and Adelaide. I'm trying to think of a Tasmanian reference, but
there is. But like, I guess it's like a big thing in sports.
It'd be like
in general,
if
you gotta find an analogy that works for me. You know, use a fucking failing.
It's like if Fnatic came out with a second team and then they played each other for the first time. Does that work?
Not a big deal. Nah, I feel like that's
it's like Pokemon and Digimon. They're both like the same thing, right? But like,
no, yeah, it's if like I had a Pokemon versus Digimon game.
Yeah,
no, that's not. That's
or
not,
it's like a Marvel DC.
Yeah, 100 Marvel versus DC is a great one. Yeah, Marvel versus DC. It's kind of the same thing.
I mean, it's more like Image versus DC, but yeah, because
So who do you root for in this scenario?
Depends if you like the Broncos or not.
I do. Well,
I'm assuming you like the Broncos.
Are you a Broncos boy or are you a Dolphins doll?
Yeah,
you know, Broncos boy. But you know,
Broncos
I'm
boy.
happy to see the Dolphins win, except when they play in the.
It's a big night. It's a big night for Brisbane sport, then I guess, because you've got
Yes.
that on at the exact same time as which probably hasn't been watched by many people. The Brisbane Lions versus Melbourne's on at the moment for AFL.
I mean, it looks pretty nice. So
yeah, which is pretty good because that's at the Gabba as well, right? Yeah,
it's at the Gabba, same place.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Brisbane, home of football.
Do you guys
all words
before Dylan falls asleep from
sport talk?
Oh, fucking
do you
last
guys
week's episode.
we just
I listened
too
to
much
listen to
guru
Kieran's
talk here.
listen to Kieran's his big explanation about how kangaroos are like out for
kangaroos
and the
are out
news
to
were like,
get
let's
me.
talk football, and I was out.
That was fine. We were just hanging out.
Yeah, that's
do you
fine.
guys
That's fine.
Do you guys want to hear another quirky story about Kieran and his life and his wacky
Yeah,
adventures?
what'd you break
Oh
now?
no, what animals?
I didn't break
Yeah,
it.
what
I didn't break
fucking-
anything.
Oh,
It's,
I was walking down the road and a koala attacked
fucking
me. I
wombat
swear it came out of nowhere.
no, this one, dental story, dentist, classic.
Right.
Teeth.
Oh, bringing back the
Teeth.
dentist stories.
Bringing back the dentist stories is finally.
I don't know why this show's called Arco Couch Pretending Couch. It's literally just a bi-weekly Kieran tells you about what fucking dumb shit he did in the last 2 weeks.
This week I got a bunch of dentures. It's
It
great.
is great. Imagine this show without my dumb shit, right? Without my fucking quirky stories. No, this
Yeah,
time.
see Nash coming on here going, what'd you do this week? I went to work. I was like, yeah, me too, man. Like,
Isn't earning money great?
I earn money, but I also have to spend that money on dumb shit that's out of my control sometimes. But no, this one technically was in my control. I probably could have treated my teeth better and not had to have fillings. But I had 2 fillings done this week.
Mm.
And I haven't had fillings done since I was a kid. As an English stereotype man, I have terrible-ish teeth. But
Can't help it. It's generics.
exactly, it's generics. But doing the right thing, getting on the right track again. So fillings, I haven't had fillings since I was a kid. And I was like, I know these suck, everybody. This time, most relaxing experience ever. Like, I was so fucking chill while these people were drilling into my teeth. I was like, this is ridiculous. To the point where, so you were lying there. They like hook you up. They do like the local anesthetic and stuff. But then he's like, "All right, we're gonna start, but I'm gonna chuck these headphones on you, and you can You can just rock out to some music while you're
So you don't hear
Really?
the massive drills in your teeth.
yeah. So you don't hear the drills, you don't hear it talking or anything. It's just loud music. And luckily for me, it was all like classic rockish kind of music and just random shit.
I was
And
going
it
to say,
was-
you're just like they're playing like
I'm
piano
gonna knock
classic.
you out.
Yeah.
No, my problem was the song's playing and they're great. They're good song, and I enjoyed everyone I listened to that. But all
But
of a
just in the
sudden-
background, every now and then you'd hear, "Give me a fucking pancake! We're fucking bleeding everywhere! We need a fucking
between songs, the song would stop. And I was also amused by the fact that whenever time the song would stop, I'd hear like an excerpt from the conversation that was going on. And the doctor, the dentist, and the assistant were both just having a normal conversation while they're going at they're just having a normal chit chat while they're going at my teeth. But whatever.
Yeah.
But
Well,
what
that's
made
not
me,
gonna
what made me enjoy the experience, but almost like have a problem during the experience was the song intro started this one song, and I was like, oh no, I know what this song is. I think this is
Country bro.
No, God, that would have been the worst.
Okay.
I actually would have lost my shit. No, I actually would have lost my shit. No, it was probably the song Rasputin that was like memed the shit out of like a little while ago. That starts playing, and I instantly want to laugh. Like I instantly want to laugh, and I can feel myself like fighting every urge not to start like either bopping my head or like I remember I was like moving my feet to the beat and hoping that these 2 people were too focused on my teeth to fucking notice me popping around. But there's me struggling with all my I can feel like the corner of my mouth just start smiling at this fucking dumbass song and how stupid the lyrics are. And have you ever focused on the lyrics of that song? Because it is a wild trip. He is Russian's greatest love machine. There's a whole thing about it, and I was, but no, who'd have thunk it, right? In 2023, you could be getting fillings for dental, and people are scared of dentists. And I was almost so relaxed, I was almost falling asleep in the chair than bopping away for Rasputin.
Yeah,
Like I was.
dentists, they've come along.
Now, is this
Smart.
all dentists,
Smart
or
up.
do you have like private healthcare or some like fancy thing?
There you go. I have private health insurance. Even though my
Yeah,
private
I
health
reckon-
insurance fucking pisses me off every time, but that's a whole nother story. I don't want to complain
Yeah.
about that.
So I don't have private health. I bet you they come in, they go,
Wow,
nah,
really?
no, yeah, I don't have private
Why
health.
not, bro? Like honestly, I think it's one of the. We've had this conversation, already
Especially if
before.
you're getting glasses like every
Yeah,
2 years.
it's just like, you know what? One year I paid $1 for my glasses. I paid $1.
Aren't you
for my
almost
pair of
dying
glasses.
like every 6 months? You should be
Yeah,
having
That's
private
the
with
thing.
this
health
shit,
insurance.
That's the thing. I just assume I'm just going to die any day soon. Then what's the point?
It might be preventative. It's like next week. Do
you
you
might be able to
wait?
stop it.
Have we haven't had this? We had this discussion, right? That you don't have ambulance insurance or ambulance cover, right?
I don't know what
Like-
the fuck that is.
Like you've never paid like the $50 or whatever it is for the ambulance cover for the year.
Oh no.
So if
no,
you
no.
ever need to call an ambulance, you don't get like slapped with like $1,000.
No, I'm not calling an ambulance, Karen. Driving.
He's driving.
I know he's driving to the thing.
The only way
This
he's
is
not
fucking
driving is
insane.
if he's got lost both his legs and like
Yeah.
one of his rock fell on him and
It's
he's had to carve his way
I'm not
out.
driving. I'm fucking walking, right?
fucking insane. You fucking
Please go to explosion.com/support and help us raise money for Dylan's health
please
insurance.
for Dylan's health insurance. Oh, that's more
Look,
important than actually.
This is the shitty
TV.
fucking company we
Yeah.
started. We started Explosion Network. It doesn't provide healthcare, right?
No,
Whose fault's
what
that?
company in Australia provides healthcare?
I don't know, but maybe we should be the first.
Well, once we make
don't
money.
need to. Fuck you know.
Alright. How much is healthcare? How much does it cost a year for private healthcare?
I think it's like $60 a week or some shit. It's like
Math
60 or
that for me.
$70 a week. I can't remember off the top of my head. It just comes out of my account. I don't even.
It depends
It's-
on how much healthcare you want.
Yeah, it depends on what range of cover. Like mine's pretty good and pretty up there. But
That's $3,120.
And how terrible, unhealthy you are. Yeah.
I'm very
That's-
unhealthy.
More like, are you going to get cancer in the next 6 months?
yeah,
Oh,
which is
I
probably
smoked
not.
for a few years of my life.
Yeah, you also tore off your
That's
shirt
true.
just randomly
Yeah.
during League of Legends games. That's probably, you could,
Mm.
therapy.
I mean,
sessions
if
as well.
everybody who turned off their shirt during League of Legends got cancer, I mean,
Look, they were
there would be a lot of
exuding.
people who get cancer.
They
but a
were
lot of people who get
exuding
cancers.
cancer at that point in the time. So it was. That's
They kind of were the cancer. I mean, so.
exactly 100%.
It's true. I don't know. I thought it was a lot more expensive than that, to be completely honest. I thought it was like 10 grand a year or some shit.
No.
No, it's not that expensive. Like you can cater the health insurance to like as a I think I learned it reasonably early in my adult life, which is like health insurance is just
Here's my question. Here's my
good thing to
like
get.
the different. Here's my difference. So your parents have always had this?
yeah.
Yeah. So you were brought up like private health is the thing yet. You know how I was brought up? Fucking scam.
Well,
That's a waste of money.
well. Look, you know what? I didn't know how cool it was until I went to the optometrist, and they're like, "Your glasses will be $1 things," and I was like, "Sweet," and gave them a gold coin for expensive pair of glasses.
Did you, or did you pay $1 on a card?
I think I paid the $1 on the card, but it's
Yeah, okay.
it's cooler for
Yeah,
the
it's
story.
cooler.
It's
It's
So
cool.
really,
Sorry
they've
if you
lost all
say
the
It's
money
a
on that.
cooler. Yeah,
It's cool,
exactly.
sorry,
Like
yeah.
the FBOS transaction probably
No.
would have cost more.
Yeah, it
but-
costs them more than it costs.
Well, I mean, if
$2.
you it depends if you use your credit card or savings.
Yeah, $2.49 transaction.
Oh, it was a savings account because it was $1. but
Okay, then it's
Yeah.
Wait, how about you? How about you, Ash? Since you've got private healthcare.
yeah, it's like
Yeah, so what-
$45 a week.
Why? And when did you get
Still
it?
waste.
Yeah. So did your parents have it?
Your parents had it, and then
Yeah. So I reckon this is a difference in this is a
classes thing.
I
This
think
is a
you
class thing,
should
yeah.
change the way you go.
Yeah,
I think it was because I know this is deep. Well, we don't need to go right down the rabbit hole of, but I reckon it's because. So my parent, like, I was born in pretty much the biggest bogan city in Tassie. In fact, do you remember years ago they did a show? The guys from Fat Pizza and all that did a show called. They went around all of Australia to find the biggest bogan, Australia's biggest bogan. Do you remember this?
the title
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
like
I do
something
remember.
someone would do.
Something was on
Yeah.
that'll be on Channel 7 or Channel 9 or Channel
Yeah.
10.
So like a
SBS.
lot. I think like 3 of the
SBS.
8 finalists were all from Tassie, right? And I remember when Paul, whatever his name is, the lead dude, from Fat Pizza and all Houseos and all that. Like he was on Sunrise one morning, and they asked him like, what was the worst place in old Australia that he went to for bogans, and they said Ravenswood, which is in northern Tassie, right? That's where I was born. Like to put it to perspective. So I reckon it is a thing. Like my parents like were brought up as, we can't fucking afford private healthcare, because I was brought up as private healthcare. That's what rich fucks have.
I don't think
that's what rich motherfuckers can afford.
I don't
their
think
luxurious life.
Just no.
It's just priorities.
That's how I was brought up. Yeah.
I just think I don't understand that's how you brought up. I think it's just a thing where it's like, if you just get into the mentalities that you never had that money in your account to begin with, it's just like
it really wasn't yours.
It was never yours. It was always health insurance. Like it doesn't.
Can you claim it? Do you claim some back, or do you just lose it all?
I think you lose it all. I don't believe I've ever claimed it on my tax.
No, like
if you have like
deducted off your tax, like increased part of your deductible, like the threshold or whatever.
Yeah. Then we're into the weeds now.
Tax.
We are not financial advisors.
Healthcare.
Once again, as same thing with fucking health, and this is probably, whatever. Just go get an accountant to do it. Just go give somebody.
How much you pay an accountant?
$130
for one session.
That's too much.
That's just literally for my tax each year.
I mean, to be fair, my brother's an accountant, so we just went.
You get away with that for free. I don't
stuff.
have that. I don't have that luxury. It's
what are the main things you need to deduct? And then,
I walk in to him. He goes, "Hey, what have you spent this year? What's cool? You've still got your PC, you still got your car. We can, do some of that stuff for work. Cool, sweet. You're gonna get this much back." And then I just mentally deduct $130 for whatever he said I'm getting back, and then I'm good.
That seems cheap.
You can deduct that off your tax return for next year as well.
Really? That seems cheap.
I think they probably do it, and it's part of your tax return. You know what I mean?
They might do it that way.
Does it shock any of you to know that I never used someone to do my tax?
No, I don't think it's.
That seems like a rich person thing.
They're literally in the middle of supermarkets everywhere.
Yeah, I don't think they're rich. Like I think both these things that are like
big shopping centers, like
private health insurance and accountants are not rich people things.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
these aren't gold rims.
They're not like you can, even if you just get the basics, you just get the basic level health insurance cover. So you just
How about we start with the ambulance cover and then we'll work.
Look, just do the $50 for the year. Do your ambulance cover, $50 for a year, so nobody ever has to stress, and you never have to stress if you fucking. Because the thing is, right, if you fucking drop unconscious or whatever, or fucking hurt yourself at work, and somebody calls an ambulance for you, you cop the bill.
No, they're like, we're going to call 000. I'm like, no.
No,
what if your throat's cut?
What if you can't? You're not. You're not
choking to death.
You're not conscious to stop that from happening. If they just,
I come into work the next day, I'm like, you motherfucker owe me $50. Why? You called an ambulance for me, and
I saved your life.
Did I fucking say you could do that?
It'd be a lot more. It'd be a lot more than $50.
I have a DNR.
Yeah. You owe me $250, motherfucker.
Keep going. Keep going.
You owe me $550, motherfucker.
Keep going.
You owe me $2,500, motherfucker.
I think it's less than that, but it's there's a thousand.
You wonder why I drove myself.
No, I did because you're a fucking idiot and don't just buy fucking ambulance cover.
Dylan's got a DNA. Do not ambulance.
Yeah.
Do not ambulance. Fucking hell.
I have a new bank account this week. This is one.
A new bank account this week.
No. I was with ANZ. Is anyone with ANZ or just me?
I'm with I've got an account with ANZ. Yes.
Yeah. So like they had I realized I found out. I didn't realize they had a new thing.
Joined
ANZ Plus.
ANZ Plus. Yes.
Yeah, I joined ANZ Plus. Yeah.
Oh, ANZ Plus. What's the PIN number you went with?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I was just like randomly looking around over there. I don't think it's like that new. Like I think late last year or some shit. So I'm not like that far behind the thing, but like I think it's like 4.25% whatever set. And I was like,
yes,
that's pretty hot.
Have you ever?
It's
this
been
is probably-
it's actually been pretty like obviously there's been a lot of interest rate rises recently, so gratefully their savings rates have been going up with the rate, to offset the mortgage rates.
Yeah. Because I was like, that's pretty good. So I moved like all my savings and money across to that.
It's really good.
Account.
It's the smartest thing I've probably done in a while. Like putting money aside each week for certain thing that may or may not be a big purchase in the future.
We've got
is it a fucking television, you motherfucker?
However many
tickets to go to
dollars.
PAX.
Tickets go to PAX. Fucking hell.
I know, like as someone who just signed up to this app, you can make multiple savings jars, and I think one should be PAX, one should be a fucking TV. I swear to God, and I can transfer you that money that Michael donated. Put it in that fucking account.
Yeah, okay.
While we're talking, have either of you ever done a credit score check? Because I did one recently, and it was an endorphin hit that I didn't expect to get. Because it was like, "You're excellent," and I'm like, "That's great, thanks, man."
I reckon mine would be terrible
I think
because
I did
I have a lot of don't they say even if you pay it all, like if you have like afterpay and all these things, like doesn't it just
No,
automatically
that's
bring your score
good.
down?
No, that's good. As long as
you're paying for
As long as
stuff?
you're paying for stuff and you're not missing, that's great for your credit score. That's why it's recommended
It proves
advice.
you can.
It's recommended advice that when you leave high school, get yourself like a really small credit card and use it, but just pay it off regularly.
I reckon I would have an excellent credit score because I've had a credit card since I was 18, and I've got like all these things. I don't think I've ever paid one late, so I reckon I'd have a really good credit score.
No, that's the thing. If you, especially like even like stuff like a Telstra bill helps towards, like a Telstra plan helps towards your credit.
Well, I've had a
score,
Telstra. I remember, so I got a plan. I went on my plan when I turned 18, like when I could get my own one.
Yeah,
and straight away, my parents were like, "You dumb motherfucker! They're the devil! Like you'll fucker!" like,
no.
Yeah, so I've had a phone bill since then. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's so
I
smart.
don't know if you're gathering, but my parents like raised me as like, be fucking like extra careful.
Do you
fucking
do you
money
have, like,
every dollar.
Phone bill's not big bogan enough.
Did they
No,
raise you
phone bill
to,
was like, well, that's a waste of money.
Did they raise you to
So
have?
that's
like
a rich people thing.
shoebox?
Yeah, that's a rich people thing. $30 prepaid. Come down here.
$30 reap. I couldn't. do that, no.
Back in the day.
I know. You know what? This is all right. This was embarrassing high school story about prepaid and me and why. When I was a kid and I first moved to Australia, I was the English kid in my high school. So I for a very long time.
Whoa, I'm fucking
Well,
shocked.
I know,
I'm shocked.
right? I know. But what that meant was, for most of like the first year and a half of my schooling there, was random fucking kids saying, "Hey, say something English. Hey, you're the English kid. Say yogurt."
Just to clarify, they know they're speaking English too, right?
They do. But they wanted me to, speak my accent.
Yeah, right.
And I was a self-conscious kid. It was still a bit weird. People give me attention.
Yeah.
I got
What'd you
scammed
say?
by a girl for a small period of time. Of just like, she liked me in quotation marks, and then found out later it's because I was sending her credit and giving her some of my credit for the phone. I was like, women.
Why was she doing? What was she promising? Was she just flirting with you? And
She
you
wasn't
like,
promising. Like it was like a
She was
a
like, I'll give you a
very
kiss. I'll
no.
punch you."
It was
Was
no,
she
no, no,
real?
no. She was.
Was she real?
She was real.
Was she a Nigerian prince?
She was a girl in my class, and it wasn't like it was never like a give you a kiss or anything like that. It was more just like, I really like talking to her, and I am just a naturally generous person, and
She's like, "Oh no, I've got no money left to talk to you."
it was a bit like that. It was very much taking advantage of me.
I'll be honest, like even like thinking back and like saying this back in high school, I remember like girls used to be like very like the second they would want credit or something, and they'd come up and be like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like they do the whole thing. And then I remember one time I was just like, "I'm not giving you credit," and this girl like straight up was just like, "Fuck you!" Then. like the attitude changed from like, "Hey, I flutter," like. So. I think that's a nationwide occurrence. I think that the difference was I was like fuck no. And you were like,
You see,
yeah,
I'm a
maybe.
schmuck. I was a schmuck. I was like, yeah, I'll help you. Sure, I'll give you the couple dollars of my credit that my parents were paying for. Or whatever. Yeah, no, girls suck. They're kind of harsh. They're kind of rough, especially in high school. It was, oh boy.
And on that note,
let's record RK Couch.